My name's Ilyas Ruas. I'm 17 years old. I'm from the East End of London. I train at the Diesel Gym where we do Muay Thai or Thai boxing as it's also known, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts. Started when I was about 8 to 9 years old. My dad enrolled me into a Wei Ru karate school, and it was for a good 3.5 years I was with them. Fought all over the country, got a lot of first place medals. It was what made me, it was my backbone. And my dad, who got me into it. At first I was a bit skeptical. I just wanted to sit at home and watch Karate Kid. I thought that's all you had to do, but to actually be the Karate Kid I saw on TV was something I never thought I could do. You could say it was the beginning of the story, the journey of 1,000 steps. If it wasn't for both my karate years and taekwondo years, I wouldn't have been at the level I am today in Thai boxing. And after taekwondo, which I left, I joined Diesel Gym just over a year from today. It's like going through the years, primary school to secondary school, eventually into college and university. That's how it was for me. What I strive for is within character and discipline, and to be able to defend myself. Everyone faces dangers from time to time, and that's also how my dad felt. He felt that he needed his sons to be able to look after themselves in that world. This is something I love doing. I could see myself in years to come, even into old age. In free time, instead of sitting at home on the sofa eating ice cream, watching EastEnders, I could be in the dojo or the dojang or at the gym training. It becomes quite a large amount of pressure and stress at times, but I pull through. I mean, if you love something so much that you feel you can continue, you'll continue. And people always ask me, how do you manage your time? I tell them I don't, I just go with the flow. I mean, obviously there'll be times where, I see, this will clash and that will clash, but I always work out what I'm gonna do, and I prioritize. That's number one key in time management. I tell myself, okay, I'm doing all this training, fair enough, I'm gaining the other side of benefits to it, which is being able to defend yourself, having a strong and healthy state of mind and body. But at the same time, I might as well test it in the ring and also, make something of myself within this, because I have a lot of role models within the game itself. Common stereotype for people to assume someone who does martial arts is someone aggressive, violent, but what it teaches is the exact opposite, to be able to control emotions and being a peaceful person. People nowadays, they seem to think that things are impossible. Fair enough, there are certain things that are impossible. We have to be realistic, but it's good to be unrealistic at times, because you can turn something that's unrealistic into something that's realistic. College, and then after college I'd go home, break my fast, and then go training, Thai boxing. It would be from about 6:30 to 8. Then Tuesday it would be college, go home, get ready for training, go to training. Then it would be Thai boxing 6:30 to 8 o'clock. If I like, I could stay after that and do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or train myself. Wednesday it would be college and go home, get ready for air cadets. It can get quite late. Sometimes I come home at around midnight, but that's because of the duties I have to perform and the responsibilities I have. People may ask, how do you socialise when all your time is doing this or that, or whatever it may be? Doing what I do is socialising itself. Whilst I'm training with someone. During breaks, while we're having our water break, we'll be socialising. After that, we'll be socialising. On my way home, I'm socialising. I plan my time out. If my friends say, do you want to hit the cinema this week? I was like, yeah, sure. I'll drop one thing for 1 week, for one day, and then replace it with the other, and go back to it next week. I've been at Diesel Gym for over a year now, and I've fought numerous times, whether it be an inter-club or trials or competition. I even told myself I'm not going to fight for a good 2 years or so until my braces have come off after this fight. And I thought, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, the dentist told me don't fight. I had a bit too much passion, I was too willful. I rushed things a bit. Things were going well. The other fighter, whilst I was on the floor, he threw an illegal knee to my mouth, and what happened is, obviously I had a concussion where I was out cold. I mean, that's how it is with a fight. Braces or not, it's a combat sport, it's a martial art, that's what it is, it's fighting. But this was probably, one of the most challenging, of course, and, painful in terms of getting knocked out. You have to lose to win, because that way you learn from mistakes. Failure is nothing but a stepping stone to success. It's my dad, firstly. He always had his own philosophy of, having to be able to look out for yourself. I mean, you know, you're not always going to be spoon-fed. You're not always going to have, you know, bodyguards behind you in the street. You know, character, like I said, and, you know, be composed, discipline, integrity, things like that. Whatever he learnt, he taught me, he passed on to me, and hopefully one day I'll pass it on to my kids and it'll go down the line.